Welcome to Sports Focus. I am your host, John McNeil. With me is Kevin Sibbles. I'm sorry, we was commenting on Oprah's lovely speech during the Golden Globes Awards and just rumors of her being the next president in 2020.
Her and Michelle.
Yeah, that would be...
that'd be a hell of a ticket.
That'd be a hell of a ticket. First off, let's give our congratulations to the University of Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I love the way you say that. I wish they could zoom in on you. Zoom in on it and say Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You see, that's that good, man. That was an exciting game, though, by the way.
It was a good game.
Another overtime classic. Poor Georgia. Ever since 80, they haven't won one. They were so close. I thought they had it 20-7, and the next thing I know is overtime, and they lose. And Roll Tide does it again by a freshman, a Hawaiian freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
And their quarterback, Georgia, is a freshman as well. So hopefully,
good things to come.
Yeah, hopefully for both teams now, because this guy zinged that ball down and 40-something yard touchdown to another freshman. So things look up for Alabama, and congratulations. Now, did you see the fight?
Did see the fight?
Yeah, there was some sort of ruckus on the Alabama sideline by a player swinging at a player and a coach, and Alabama about to lose this. It was that was weird to see, and also it was kind of cool. I don't know if you stood around for the halftime show. You saw Kendrick Lamar. He performed. And it's pretty amazing that I just wanted to mention that because he's on the soundtrack for Black Panther, the movie that's coming out next month. And who owns Marvel at this current time is Disney, and who owns ESPN? Disney. And they tied all this together with the football and all this stuff. And
smart. Real smart.
Didn't a famous rapper back in the 90s try to do advertising, and they laughed at him? They got on him and called him a sellout. And what was that rapper's name in the early or mid 90s? They got on him so hard and they dogged him and they called him a sellout. What was his name?
It was a few of them. So
what was his name? He was from Oakland.
Hammer.
MC Hammer, that's right. They got on him so hard, they call him a sellout and all types of stuff. And now look at all of the rappers who are selling stuff left and right.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, there you go. Kit Kat, all types of stuff. I know this has absolutely nothing to do with sports, but I have to put that out there. I have to put that out here, how they dogged Hammer like that, and I didn't like it back then. Well, and I
off like the record, Hammer was dancing for chicken. Now, see, that's something.
But hey, he was at the point at that time, he was getting that money, even though he was taking care of too many people.
Yeah,
and
that was a hell of an entourage.
I know, and I'm sinking again. But anyway, I look short right now. Anyway, let's talk about the dynasty in New England. What's going on up in Foxborough?
I think it's more talk than anything else.
I think so too.
But I do believe some portions of it. I don't think Belichick wanted to get rid of Jimmy G. I really didn't think so, but I think they forced his hand because Tom didn't want somebody sitting in the wings ready to take his place.
Because Tom said, he want to play to at least 45?
And he's able
as long as he can.
Years. He said 5 more years, but he knew what Jimmy G sitting behind him, it wasn't going to be that long before
if it was up to Belichick.
Yeah.
Belichick would have made that move and said, Tom, you got to go.
Yeah, time to bench you.
Yeah. Even though Brady is still playing at a high level.
The last few games, though.
Suspect.
Yeah. And they try to blame it on the sore Achilles, but no.
And then you have the other side of it. You got his trainer, Alex Guerrero. They're, I guess Belichick maybe don't like him.
Well, I have a feeling that something from this is going to hit the fans sooner or later. I just have a feeling. Something about about this and the TB12 stuff and everything else.
Yeah.
He's already been questionable about certain things and had to pay back certain fines for certain things he has said throughout his years. But something about it just.
And maybe the coach, Belichick, just doesn't like it. Mm-hmm. And the Kraft, the owner, interjected and said, look, that's my guy. Leave him alone.
Yeah, and that's why Bill Parcells left. And I believe that's sooner or later
do you
why
think
Belichick is going to jump ship
will
sooner or
end
later.
the Patriots' run when, Kraft too much meddling in with Belichick? Belichick don't like all that stuff.
I'd put it this way. If the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator get his coaching jobs as they're interviewing,
That's right.
I think he will go.
I think he'll go too.
I think he'll go. And like I said before, then we'll see, because I always said it was the system, not the quarterback.
The system.
I think it's the system.
There's only been, in my opinion, 2 quarterbacks that could just take a team to wherever they need to go, and that was Dan Marino and John Elway, in my opinion. But, he is a system guy. There's a lot of system guys. Staubach was a system guy, and, Landry knew.
And he said that in his retirement.
Yep.
Trust the system.
Trust the
and
system.
the man with the funny hat.
Montana.
System. West Coast.
So we'll see how this turns out. Let's move on to the wild card. It was a wild weekend for a few teams. You had one day the road teams won, and then the next day the home teams won. Good job by the Falcons, because I knew they was going to beat the Rams. Something telling me that the Rams, they wasn't ready. They had 6 All-Pros, by the way. 6. For that team that was nothing for the last 10-something years. Now they just came up in 1 year. Sort of like another team that just came out of nowhere and they did something too. It rhymes with phallus, if that's even a word. Oh, Dallas. Oh, yeah, those guys.
Phallus.
But Jacksonville, they pulled it out. They beat Buffalo. And I got my suspicions why Buffalo lost. O.J. Simpson just can't leave it alone. I don't see no Brown besides him in this picture, but he just won't leave it alone. Leave it alone. Go stay in your room and watch the game. Why you gotta put on Shady's jersey? Paul Mooney said it best. OJ, OJ, OJ. As I sink further.
Sinking sands.
I know. I was up here. Now I'm below the camera line. But anyway, let's move on to the divisional round. Now, we got the final 8. Yes, of the season. And
Sinking.
sink, man, I'm sinking. Let's start off with those pesky Atlanta Falcons, NFC defending champion Falcons, going against the number 1 seed Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm taking the Falcons.
Taking the Falcons.
I'm taking the Falcons.
You know what? I like the Falcons in this game because of redemption. I like the fact that they fought their way back in the playoffs. I was hoping that they would lose every single game that they played this, for this season.
Right.
But they didn't. They fought back, and they're back in the playoffs. So I like the Falcons in Philadelphia.
I do too.
Can Philadelphia stop those 2 running backs?
And that was always my question. And now you have that big question mark at quarterback.
Now, if they had Carson Wentz,
it would be a good game.
It would be a really good game, and it really could go either way. And it still could, because Philadelphia is overall, I would say they're a good team. The defense is good. Their front seven is, their D line is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The back end suspect.
But they're saying that it's supposed to be rainy that day. But like I told Eagles fan before, I said you're going to have to stop those two guys in that backfield. I said, but there's no way you're going to shut down Julio Jones and Sanu. You're not going to do it.
Tough. It's going to be interesting. Very interesting. And that is the Saturday game.
And last thing, and remember, Matt Ryan played in cold weather. I think he played in Boston College.
He went to BC, so he know about that cold weather.
So cold weather's not going to phase him too much.
And I always say, all these guys come from different parts of the country, and they all played at this point. They all played in cold weather, and I don't think it's going to be cold like it was this past week. And glad everyone made it through the cold these last couple of weeks. Woo! But I like the Falcons.
Me too.
And now, like I said, that is the Saturday afternoon game. And now we go to the Sunday night game. They play the Patriots. National television, NBC, Al Michaels.
I don't see Tennessee getting past them.
No?
I don't see it. They don't have any threats on the outside. DeMarco Murray is probably the only thing that they may have. But
Henry had a really good game, $156.
But you always remember, Belichick takes the one thing that you do well away, and you have nothing else to go to.
So
that was the problem. That's his problem when he faced Pitt. Pitt has more than one thing they can go to, and you take away one, the other one's going to burn you. So they don't have that luxury.
I'm having a feeling you like the Patriots.
I hate to say it.
Do you think that Tennessee has a shot?
If they jump on them early, yeah.
If they can score, force some turnovers, I like Tennessee. But I until someone goes in New England and beats them, got to take the Patriots.
Yeah.
Got to take the Patriots. And also on a side note, this is Jimmy Garoppolo, and this is major for him as well because if the Patriots repeat as Super Bowl champions, he's getting $191,000.
Wow.
So he's rooting for the Patriots unless he want that money. And I still disagree with them letting them go like that. But anyway, let's move on to the Sunday afternoon game. We have Jacksonville at Pittsburgh. Now they played, I believe, week 4, week 5.
Yeah,
and
Jackson went to work on
Jacksonville 30-9. And Big Ben had 5 interceptions, was questioning himself and making statements saying he ain't got it no more. And then he said that we want Jacksonville.
Just like Tom Coughlin said they wanted New England. But like they say, be careful what you ask for. That's because you think you're going to redeem yourself. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was in Pittsburgh that you threw those 5 interceptions. So that Jacksonville defense, the offense is still questionable. But that defense hasn't moved.
The defense is legit. This is my first Jacksonville game that I watched, and that defense is for real. They're going to be a problem in the future. And I got Coughlin there. He's going to keep that team straight. They just got to get that offense up. They're going to be a problem. That defense is nasty. Barry Church, I hate to say it, in the preseason, he said that this Jacksonville team had more talent than the Cowboys. I was like, oh, man, please. Yep. Yeah. They way in ahead got more talent than the Cowboys. And on a side note about those Cowboys, do you realize that the brother that's on assignment sent me something saying that since 1996, the Jacksonville Jaguars has 4 playoff victories. Guess how many the Cowboys got? 2!
And my response back to him was simply, if the Cowboys played in the AFC South, where they play, they'll have more than 4 playoff victories because that division stinks.
I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm going to take the Jags.
Right on. In the Sunday afternoon affair, we have the New Orleans Saints at Minnesota Vikings.
Saints. I don't think the Vikings got nothing for that 2-headed monster, and they cannot slow down Breeze.
In a dome, when Drew Brees is going to be Drew Brees, I like the Saints. But I won't be surprised if Minnesota spanked them. Because Minnesota, they do
have a solid defense.
Yeah, they do have a solid defense. And, folks, that's all the time we have for. As I shrink away and it's time to go, I used to be 6 feet, now I'm about 5'2". Peace.